but still stuck with money?
Let's be real. The best time to get your money right was yesterday. The next best time is today. I know, I get it. I've been there. Credit card debt, bills piling up, and not taking those calls. I was making good money, but still living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't know what I didn't know. I was embarrassed and I was ashamed. Can you relate? But I have good news. You can take action today. It's not too late. Hi, I'm Dignity Coach MarieYolaine, and I am here to empower you to reclaim dignity in your finances. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Dignity in Dollars podcast, a safe space where we take back our financial power, reclaim dignity in our finances, heal our relationship with money to design and live the life we desire and deserve. Say it with me. What I desire, I deserve. Let that sink in. Because I know if you're watching this, you have multiple desires of things you want to do, places you want to go, and people you want to see. But maybe you don't feel like you deserve it. Well, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give you the permission. You do deserve it. You have permission to desire what you deserve. I'm Financial Dignity Coach MarieYolaine, and I am so glad you are here with me today on Dignity in Dollars. I want to ask you something before we get into it. When you hear the word wealth, what comes up for you? For a lot of people, the first thing that comes up is not excitement. It's distance. That's not for me. It's, well, maybe one day. It's, I'm still trying to get through this month. And I understand that. I've been there. But I want to offer you something different today. Wealth is not a destination for other people, for someone else. Wealth is a direction. And you can start walking in that direction today with me on this live. Not when you make more money, not when you pay off all your debt, not when everything is perfect. Today, right now. Today, we're talking about how to start building wealth without feeling overwhelmed. We're going to cover the mindset shift that makes wealth building possible, the habits that actually move the needle, and how to think long-term, even when right now feels tight. If this is speaking to you, share this live right now. Tag someone who you know needs their first step towards building wealth. You ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's start with mindset. Because I've learned that without this piece, nothing else sticks. Most people believe one of these things about wealth. Wealth is for people who already have money. I need to learn a lot more before I can start. Investing is too risky for someone like me. I'll start when things calm down. I'll leave the last one open for you, for whatever it is that you're telling yourself, so that you don't have to address, why aren't you wealthy? It's not how. The question is, why aren't you? And can I be honest with you? Whatever you're telling yourself, and these three mindsets that I've just named, they're not facts. Those are feelings dressed up as facts. And feelings dressed up as facts will keep you stuck for decades if you let them. I can relate to this because I grew up in that house that money didn't grow on trees. And that's rich people problems. And let rich people worry about that. That's not something we worry about. And we don't come from money. Decades, because I heard that from the moment I could hear and understand English. Truth be told, I heard it in multiple languages. What about you? What did you hear that then you put on replay? That those feelings that people had about money became the gospel and became facts for you, even though you had no way of defending yourself or even comparing to know whether or not they were telling you the truth. You just got on the same train that they were on and you kept going. But here's the truth. According to a 2023 Gallup survey, only 26% of Americans have money invested outside of a retirement plan. Do you know what that means? That means that 74% of people are sitting on the sidelines, not because they can't play, but because no one ever showed them how to get in the game. And here's what I know from working with the people in the Focus Fire community, one of whom is on today. Hey, Linda Sam, I see you. The moment someone shifts from, I can't do this, to, you know what, I don't know how to do this yet. This word yet is powerful. The moment you say you can't do this, all the doors close. Locks are put on, nails are put down the door. It is sealed. But the moment you say, I don't know how to do this, and then add yet, all the doors open back up. Because yet means, which door are you going to go through? Are you going to take a class? Are you going to read a book? Are you going to join a community like ours? What are you going to do? Because yet is filled with possibilities. Everything changes with yet. Because can't, it is a dead end. Can't is a dead end road. It goes nowhere. I don't know yet is an open door. So let's walk through that door together. The first mindset shift is this. Wealth building is not one big moment. I know we see the people winning the lotto and we're like, oh my gosh, they're rich. That is not a plan or a proposal and a plan to get wealthy. It is a game of chance, literally. So thinking that, oh yes, when I win the lotto, if I win the lotto, I hope I win the lotto. And if I do win the lottery, then I'll become wealthy. Just not how it works. It is not one big moment. It is many small decisions made consistently over time. That is it. It is not one perfect investment. It is not one lucky break. It is $25 a week, every week, for years. Did you hear that? And I'm 100% sure you got $25. And if you're feeling some type of way about the $25, hey, it could be 15. Remember, catch this part. Per week, every week, 4 years. That is the muscle you're building. That is the skill that you're getting. It is choosing to leave the money alone and let it grow. You see how you're going to be a changed person if you engage in this? It's deciding that your future self deserves to be taken care of just as much as your right now self. Because trust and believe, your future self is coming. And despite everything, all of the distractions and everything else that's going on in the world right now, you have an opportunity to anchor yourself, center yourself. Never before has so much information been available to make a good decision. Don't let this time pass without you changing your mind about money. The second mindset shift is this: you do not need to understand everything before you start. I want you to hear that. You do not have to understand everything before you start. You do not need to understand everything before you start. You just need to understand enough to take the first step. And I'm going to give you that today. I'm going to give you that first step. And I challenge you to take the word need out of your vocabulary and replace it with the word get. If I told you, I need to go to the store, I have to go to the store, are you happy for me? Do you think something good is going to happen? Do you think something good happened for me to have to and need to go to the store? You probably don't, because that word gives a sense of urgency and it doesn't feel positive, uplifting, prosperous. It feels lack. It feels urgent. It feels stressful. So I have to and I need to consider removing those from your vocabulary and consider replacing it with I get to. So if I said to you, hey, I get to go to the store today, what are you going to think at this point? Man, she's kind of happy about that. I wish I could go to the store. You may even feel like I get to go to the store and you don't, because something important and amazing must be happening at the store. Do you see what I mean? It just changes your whole physicality. It changes your whole emotional state when you get to do something. So how about we say instead, you get to understand enough to get started. And give yourself grace to enjoy learning something new, something for you. The third mindset shift is this: time is your greatest asset. Breaking news, right? Not money, time. Because of something called compound interest, which simply means your money earns money on top of the money it is already earning. The earlier you start, the more money the earlier you start, the more your money grows without you doing anything. Nothing extra. Every year you wait, though, costs you. Not in a shame way, in a math way. So the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time to start is today. And you're getting that opportunity today. Now, let's talk about the habits that actually build wealth. Because mindset without action is just a nice thought. Habit number 1, pay yourself first. Whether you are an employee or the boss and you own your own business, pay yourself first. This is the one that changes everything. Before you pay a bill, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else with your money, you move something into savings or investment. Because that's being present. That's not being driven by, I have to go buy food, I have to pay the car insurance, I have to pay the rent. That mindset is what's going to slow you down. And truthfully, you don't have to do any of those things. You are required to. You did get into a contractual relationship and you like where you live and you agree that you're going to pay to live there. Nothing wrong with that. But the mindset of have to can quickly make you feel like the walls are closing in. But when you get your check or a client pays you and you get to take a portion of that and put it in your savings, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling. When you get to say, I'm going to take this and continue investing in this CD, certificate of deposit, or this high yielding account, or this stock, It's a different feeling. I want that feeling for all of you. Even if it is $10. Because again, as I said earlier, the amount isn't the thing. The skill is the thing. Certain amount, your choice, every week, consistently, not touching it for a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years. All you get to do, and again, all you get to do is watch it grow. And who doesn't want that? So even if it's $10, even if it's $25, pay yourself first. Because here's what happens when you try to save what is left at the end of the month. You ready? Should I tell you? Because I feel like you already know. There's nothing. There's never anything left at the end of the month. That's why it's a pipe dream when we say we're going to start saving after we pay everything. Life will fill up the space. Trust me. Even if you have your month laid out, you don't control space and time. So if the car needs a new tire, if your friend just got engaged, these things are going to cost money. So pay yourself first, save, invest, so that you feel like you're in the power stance, in the power position. You're in the driver's seat, because life will fill the space. I promise you. So you take your cut first, and then you live on what remains. That is how wealth gets built. Not from what's left over, but from what you decide to keep. Habit number 2, automate everything you can. Willpower is not a wealth strategy, I promise you. No matter what you're feeling at 8 a.m., that could change at 9 a.m. Then you don't feel like it anymore. Then you're totally excited about it. Then the phone rings. Then somebody texts. I say this with love. Willpower gets tired. Willpower has a bad week. Willpower says, I'll do it next payday. And then next payday comes and goes. Automation, no feelings. Does not have bad weeks. It's really set it and forget it. Set up your transfers to happen automatically on payday. Your emergency fund gets its piece. Your wealth account gets its piece. And you live on the rest. This will challenge you, because most of us spend all that we make. So when we are put in this position, you're going to start to feel it like, oh my gosh. Now I was spending every dollar. Now I have 75 cents, not a whole dollar. So there's going to be some shifts going on, but this is growing pains and it's good for you. Trust me on that. When you do automated deposits to your account on your payday, no willpower is required. The decision gets made one time and then it just runs. Habit number 3, leave it alone and let it grow. This one is hard for people because you're building up consistency. You're building up, say it together, willpower, right? Determination, not having immediate gratification. You are delaying gratification. I know that the entire world would like you to have immediate gratification because they want you to spend all your money. But you are changing your mindset. So delayed gratification is okay. You're going to learn it. Once you start seeing your money accumulate in an account, there's going to be a temptation to touch it. For this thing, for that thing, for a sale that feels urgent. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Check on it the way you check on your plants. You look, you feel good about the growth, and then you walk away. You keep watering it. You do not dig up the roots to see if it's working. You trust the process and you give it time. I will also tell you that feeling of wanting to take it out, it actually does subside. After a while, you get so happy seeing it grow that you're just running to look at the account to see how much it's grown. That is called a mindset shift. So you see, the energy itself is pretty net neutral. It's just being excited. Excited to spend money, excited to save money. You choose. Habit number 4, increase your contributions when your income grows. Why do I say this? We are trained by default that when we get a raise, the space expands to fill itself. So if I was making $4,000 a month and now make $5,000, excuse me, my thought, I'm going to go now spend that extra $1,000. No, do not do that. You've already learned to live at 4,000. You are already doing well. When you get a raise, a bonus, extra income, your tax return comes in, or extra income from a side hustle, resist the urge to immediately increase your lifestyle. Remember, delayed gratification, you're thinking about your future you while you're taking care of your present you. Remember, we make money, we save money, we invest money, we give or donate money, and then we spend money. Last thing, in that order. So when income goes up, contributions go up first. You're getting an extra $1,000. Look at your savings, you're investing. Look at the places that you want to bless, to give to the causes that you're passionate about. Think about those places before you think about anything else. And truthfully, if you've done that, whatever you have left, sure, go get your nails done. No judgment here. Remember, when income goes up, when your income goes up, your contributions go up first. Then lifestyle can follow. That is how you build real wealth over time. Let's land this with 3 things you can do right now. Action number 1, name your first wealth goal. This is so exciting. Whether you remember being a kid and you had a piggy bank and you were like wanting to get, I don't know, a bike, something, and it was $25. You kept putting those funds in there because that $25 was your goal. And the thing with the wealth goal is you have to think about what you're going to do with it, because that gives you the strength also not to touch it, by the way. So, not a vague, I want to be rich someday. That is not a goal. That is not a statement that you can make a plan with. A specific real goal. I want, for example, I want $5,000 invested by this time next year. Bam. So at that moment, you can just do the math. So 52 weeks in a year, a couple of those months, you may get paid 3 times. Then again, there's also your tax returns and any other extra money that you might get that you can also put in here. But if you divide that 5,000 by your paychecks, you will know exactly how much you need to take out of your paycheck every 2 weeks to meet this goal. It's not wishes and bunny rabbits and flowers. It actually is basic math. And once you see that, now you know the number. So that means anything above and beyond that, you may end up with 6,000 because you've already committed. Another, I want to open a Roth IRA this month. See, that's very specific. What do you want to do? When do you want to do it by? I want to increase my 401k contribution by 1% this pay period. You see, it's very specific and also has a time. Completely different than someday I will, or I'm going to get around to. No. Even in the Bible, Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain so that a herald can run with it. When you write down a goal, you are literally 90% of the way there. I also have heard it said that a goal that's not written down is actually a delusion, because you have no way of making any plans because it's just up there in the ether. So name it, write it down, because a goal you can see is a goal you can move forward. Action number 2, set up one automatic transfer. Today, I'm challenging you, not next week, today. This will take you less than 5 minutes. I know this because I've done it. Open a separate account if you need to. Name it something that means something to you. Future me is a good one. My new home is another. My new car is another. My bucket list vacation is another. Set up an automatic transfer for whatever you can, $10, $25, $50. The amount is less important than creating this habit. That's what we want to do. We want to end a bad habit, and we want to start a new habit. Start today. When did I say? Start when? Today. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. Action number 3, check what your employer offers. If your job has a 401k with any kind of employer match and you're not taking the full match, that is free money that you're leaving on the table. Log in today or call HR and find out. If they're doing full match, you put 25, they're going to put 25. That's $50. $25 you didn't do anything for, just got it. Set it and forget it is a real thing. So please don't leave money on the table. Unless it's my table at my house, then that'll let me know that you don't want it. Then I will take it and I will invest it. So just letting you know, don't be leaving money on the table at my house. So contributing enough to get the full employer match is one of the smartest, simplest wealth building moves you can make. And it costs you less than you think because it comes out before taxes. You do not need to figure out everything today. You only need to take your first step today. And I've given you options. That is it. One step, and then another, and then another. That is how wealth gets built. This is how wealth gets built. In the same way we talked about the plant, when you plant a seed, you don't expect that it's going to grow up overnight. You know that it's going to take water, checking the soil, taking good care of it in order for this plant to grow. Just like the trees outside. They were not always there. They were a seedling, then somebody planted them, and they watered them, and now they're these ginormous oak trees that literally beautify the whole neighborhood. Same way that wealth gets built. I want to leave you with this. Wealth is not out of reach for you, but you will have to reach for it. It's not out of reach. It is right there. Reach for it. It was never out of reach for you. Never. You were just never shown the door. And today, I'm showing you the door. I've showed you the door. And I want you to walk through it. Not someday, not when things calm down, not when administrations change. Now, today, with what you have, where you are, your future self is counting on you. Your future self is counting on the decision you make today. So, how are you feeling? You feeling like, yes, I'm ready. I'm going to do one of these simple steps today. Say it with me. I am a wealthy person. Wealth is normal for me. I deserve wealth. Because you do. You do. If today's conversation spoke to you, let it move you to action. Start where you are. Protect what you're building. Ask the questions you need to ask. Ask the questions you get to ask. See, I'm also in training. Ask the questions you get to ask, because with the multitude of counselors is a good decision made. And take the next wise step for yourself and for your family. And if you want to stay in the loop for resources and information on workshops, boot camp, and coaching, visit focusfire.life and sign up. And you'll be the first to know about our boot camps, our workshops that are coming up, and different by December, which is also coming up. So don't be left out. Also, you get an opportunity to get into an amazing community of people who are doing amazing things now that they have reclaimed dignity in their finances, that they have healed their relationship with money, and who have fully accepted that what they desire, they deserve, just like you. So please like, share, and follow Focus Fire on Facebook and Focus Fire Life on IG. Thank you for being here with me today on Dignity in Dollars. I pray for God to open your eyes to see, open your ears to hear, and open your heart to receive that healing your relationship with money is for you. Becoming debt-free is for you. Becoming financially liberated is for you. And having financial freedom is for you. Living in abundance and overflow is for you, because what you desire, you deserve. Amen. Amen. See you next time.